Drinks have this incredible role in our lives, in our minds, and in our culture that we don't even really think about. What goes into making that reality is unbelievably complex and fascinating and takes into account science and culture and technology. I had this obsession with creating potions. You know, I would dig through my parents' fridge or the spice cabinet or even out in the forest behind my house and combine things. This idea that if we combine all these random things, we can create something surprising and new and magical. I started working in a restaurant when I was 13 years old. You know, moving from professional chef to sommelier and mixologist to food scientist to beverage designer and product developer over the last 30 years. My name is Aaron. I run Alice and the Magician, which is a beverage development studio. What we do is we work with brands or creators to develop a really exceptional beverage formula and take people from concept to market. Drinking, apart from consuming oxygen and air, is the most simple, basic part of human survival. And so we've taken this extremely straightforward requirement for survival and over the years have turned it into this incredibly complex mixture of art and science and culture and history, full of really unexpected details. One of the things that really drew me to flavor as a personal curiosity and eventually profession is that we all completely misunderstand what flavor is. That opens the door to this really interesting conversation about the science of flavor, right? What is it? How do we perceive it? And when we perceive it, how does it influence how we think, feel, and behave? We all are under this impression that flavor takes place in our mouth. And that's partially true, but it's definitely not the whole story. About 80% of our experience of flavor is from smell. And that is where the soul of flavor lives. We think that we're tasting a strawberry. We think we're tasting lemonade. We think we're tasting cola. But what we're actually doing is tasting sweet and sour and smelling strawberry or smelling lemonade. The science of flavor is really the science of aroma. Our sense of smell, for one, is the oldest one of our senses. It predates sight and sound by literally millions of years. It was the first way that life figured out how to understand what was around it, was these chemosensory signals. So smell is not only the biggest part of flavor, but it's also the only one of your senses that's directly linked to your memories and emotions. It's like a back door into feeling memory. I get asked a lot, what makes a good drink? Is there like a universal good or bad? And the answer is not really. Good is incredibly subjective. Most people respond positively towards sweetness and a little bit of sourness. Beyond that, what's good to you is a result of a lifetime of flavor and aroma associations. When we're born, we have no preference for one thing or the other. But over time, we build up these positive or negative associations with certain smells and flavors. And then what is good to us tends to be something that calls on those flavor memories and makes us feel good. A great example of this is the story of wintergreen. Here in the US, we see wintergreen all over the place in gum and toothpaste and mints. We love it because it signals cleanliness and oral hygiene and freshness. But in the UK, wintergreen is most associated with like bathroom or toilet cleaning products. When thinking about how to design a drink and how to make a successful drink, As much as I'd love for flavor to be the most important thing, it's not. There are so many cultural and social and contextual elements that go into how you select beverages and how you perceive beverages, when you drink it and how much you like it. What you drink is who you are. It is a signal of your identity, of your social class, of your cultural belonging. A beverage has never just been about what's in your cup. Because there's the science and chemistry of flavor in drinks, and because there is the psychology associated with it in the context, and then there's all these kind of cultural and social elements, we approach everything through the lens of flavor function culture. So number one, it has to taste amazing. Number two, it has to do something other than just taste good. And that can mean a lot of things. It could be, oh, this has functional ingredients in it that elevate your mood. It could be that it has CBD in it to relax you. It could also be that the materials are sourced responsibly. So other than tasting good, there is a function either for you or for the planet or the community. And then the third part of that lens is the cultural lens. Who is this for? What is the occasion they're going to be drinking it? And so when you combine all those together, you come up with a really, really effective beverage strategy with a great story behind it that we know people are going to love, is going to resonate with them socially and culturally. A great drink doesn't just quench your thirst or taste really good. It connects you to a moment or a memory or to each other. Without a doubt, the future of beverage is creator-led brands. There's so much innovation going on, and there's a much more democratized system that allows anybody to participate. So between tools like AI and social media and e-commerce, we're seeing the rise of these single-person million-dollar beverage brands. One of the more exciting parts is when people come to us with fragments of a vision, right? They might not know exactly what the drink they want to create is or exactly what the flavor is, but they have a particular occasion or particular group of people that they want to serve, and then we can tease out all those other parts of the vision and turn it into one complete concept. I hope everybody gets curious about drinks, but this message is for the people who have dreams of launching a drink brand or are on the fence about launching a drink brand and wondering whether or not they can do it or they're the right person to do it or how can they compete with Coke and Pepsi. This message is for them, is that yes, you can do it, we want to help, and we can't wait to hear your idea.